Hello Overclockers, my name's Briony and welcome to the latest episode of our weekly news series. We've got loads of tech and gaming news about a surprise Microsoft acquisition, God of War, an AMD graphics launch and much more, so let's get into it. As always, let's start off the Newsweekly episode with this week's free game over on the Epic Game Store. It's called Relicta, and if you're a fan of first-person, physics-based puzzle games like Portal, Antichamber and the Telos Principle, it's well worth checking out. The gameplay consists of creatively combining magnetism and gravity physics to explore and escape an eerie derelict moon base. There is a huge number of puzzles with fun and challenging mechanics that are sure to keep you busy. It's all tied together with an engaging storyline that rewards exploration and tantalising clues and details about the Chandra base and the beautiful landscape around you. The game normally retails for $15.99, so it's well worth adding to your Epic library for free. Just make sure to grab it before it vanishes into the depths of space on the 27th of January. Our next gaming story this week is about Sony's very generous decision to share God of War with PC gamers. If you somehow missed the launch, yes, that's right, God of War has finally launched on PC on the 14th of January. This God of War game is the 8th in the franchise, and it was originally released for the PS4 back in 2018. It's set in a beautiful world inspired by Norse mythology, and it's the only game in the series to be officially released on the PC. However, it's one of many exclusive titles Sony has brought to the platform, and it joins good company with games such as Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Death Stranding already playable on PC. However, one thing that makes it stand out from the crowd is the hugely successful launch with over 73,000 concurrent players according to SteamDB, which is actually the highest peak reached by any of the PlayStation PC ports. It also topped the top-selling games on Steam by revenue for the week, demonstrating that the PC port was definitely worth Sony's time. To further add to the success of the launch, the reason that it's so popular is that it's actually a good PC port, with reviews praising the improved graphics and buttery smooth frame rate. The PC version of God of War supports 4K resolution, unlocked frame rates, DLSS and ultra-wide displays, so as you can imagine, it looks pretty stunning. It's a huge upgrade over the stuttery 30 FPS that it was locked to on the PS4, and it makes a great game even better. Over on Steam, it has received thousands of reviews from happy gamers, and therefore currently holds an overwhelmingly positive rating. It's been called a must-play, thanks to the captivating storyline and satisfying gameplay. You should definitely try it if you've missed out on the God of War games before. If you're interested, it's currently available for $39.99. Now, boy, when are we getting Spiderman and Bloodborne? Our next gaming story this week is about Final Fantasy XIV. With the release of the Endwalker DLC on the 7th of December, the game saw a huge surge in popularity as new and returning players flocked to the game to experience the final chapter in the ongoing storyline. After just 2 weeks, Square Enix actually removed the base game from the sale, as it was way too popular for the service to cope. Many gamers were unable to join or stuck in huge queues for a ridiculous number of hours. However, in the most recent update from director Naoki Yoshida, we learned that the game will be going back on sale from the 25th of January, after its month-long hiatus. Thankfully, it appears as although the Endwalker excitement has calmed down, and the playtime and login frequency of players is steadily returning to a normal level. Square Enix will also be opening the Oceania data center with more capacity to accommodate players in the region and take load off the other servers. In other regions, server growth has been delayed due to the global shortage of semiconductors, and it's actually taken them much longer than usual to acquire server equipment. However, a lot of expansions are scheduled to take place later this year. The press release also emphasised that once the game goes back on sale, if the servers continue to experience extreme levels of congestion, they may consider suspending digital sales once again. If you are hoping to try the free trial, you might have to wait a little while longer also, as registration will still be closed to the near future until the servers are stable. Yoshi P finished the statement by teasing upcoming announcements planned for the end of February, so be sure to keep an eye out for the new Final Fantasy content coming soon. If you want to read more, I'll drop a link to the full document in the description below. Our next gaming story this week is absolutely huge news in the industry, and it feels like it sort of came out of nowhere, but Microsoft has announced plans to acquire Activision Blizzard. The all-cash transaction is worth an eye-watering $68.7 billion, 300 million off being nice, which makes that $7.5 billion ZeniMax deal look like a drop in the water. This latest acquisition will be the biggest in the video game history by a pretty large margin. When it's all done and dusted, Microsoft will become the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, sliding in behind Tencent and Sony. If you're now wondering what this means for gamers, Activision Blizzard is the owner of huge franchises such as Call of Duty, Overwatch, Diablo, Warcraft, Candy Crush, and many more. Future games might now become PC or Xbox exclusives, and Microsoft has already announced plans to launch Activision Blizzard games into Xbox Game Pass. That's sure to see the already huge 25 million Xbox Game Pass membership grow even further, with more popular games added. After the sale, Microsoft will own 30 internal game development studios, and I'm sure that between them we can expect some incredible new releases. Microsoft has said they want a future where people can play the games they want virtually anywhere they want, except of course if it's a PlayStation. Hopefully, Microsoft will also give Activision Blizzard's culture a little bit of a shake-up, as the company is at the centre of a harassment and misconduct controversy, with many gamers choosing to stop playing their games completely. Obviously, such a large transaction is subject to regulatory review, but the deal is expected to close sometime in 2023. The next gaming story this week is that PC Building Simulator and the entire DLC bundle is currently on Humble Bundle. If you've never used the store before, I highly recommend it, as you can get some really great deals, you support charities, and there's usually some really good bundles. Bundles are limited time collections of games where you can choose how much to pay and where your money goes, including charitable causes. If you're into PC hardware and tech, I highly recommend checking out PC Building Simulator, which is currently on that offer. The Humble Bundle includes the base game and all 10 DLC packages with a total value of £57.90. There is loads of extra content, including the esports expansion that changes up the career mode, plus a collection of workshop add-ons that give you tons more options to choose from, including the all-important Overclockers UK DLC, clearly a must-have. It's also a great learning tool if you want to practice building your own PC and learn all about the different components and how to do basic troubleshooting. If you're interested, you can get the game from as little as 97p or pay £11.29 to get the full collection. The Pay What You Want store means you can pay extra to give more to publishers, Humble and charity, and get access to more Steam keys. All the game keys can be redeemed on the Steam platform, and this bundle will be available until the 2nd of February. I'll drop a link in the description below. Kicking off the hardware chapter of the news is that AMD have officially launched the Radeon RX 6500 XT graphics card. This budget-friendly model enters the 6000 series stack at the bottom, and it fills that huge gap in the market for a more affordable graphics card. At the time of filming, Overclockers UK had a good supply of cards at MSRP, and with measures in place to ensure that they end up in the hands of deserving gamers. The RX 6500 XT comes with 4GB of memory, a super high boost clock speed of up to 2815 MHz, and access to all of AMD's modern performance enhancing features. It's highly power efficient with just a 107 watt rating, and the excellent 1080p gaming performance means it will be a great upgrade for an aging gaming PC. We've done a very detailed video on the Sapphire Pulse model with 8 different games tested on PCIe 3 and 4 and with or without smart access memory. A brief overview is that it will play both esports titles and modern games on high graphical settings. But if you're craving more info, make sure to check out the full overview, which we'll link below. Finally, just like PlayStation players, we have nothing left except Spiderman. And swinging into our next story, this follows on from the marvellous launch we announced just before Christmas. The brand new noblechair's epic Spiderman edition is now finally in stock and available to order at Overclockers UK. It's a must-have for Spiderman fans, and the standout design will look awesome in any setup, even one that's covered in webs. It comes with a red and black base, webbing embroidered across the seat, and the iconic Spiderman logo sat in the middle. The Epic is a sporty shape with adjustable armrests, a rocking mechanism, plus adjustable height and recline features that ensure maximum comfort even after a hard day of fighting bad guys. This officially licensed chair is the best way to sit and wait for the upcoming Spider-Man 2 game or rewatch No Way Home back to back, sobbing into the soft PU leather. You can place your order now on the Overclockers website for $399.95, and it even comes with free fast shipping. Click the link below to check it out. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Overclockers Newsweekly. Remember to go and check out that AMD graphics card video, give this Newsweekly episode a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, press the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming videos, and I'll catch you next week.